Hi guys, how we doing? So, I wanted to start the video up here just so that the first thing you're looking at is not a bunch of just random white rocks. But we are going to be working down here today. So, it's time to finally get started on these guys. I have been researching a lot of different methods for making them look like real stones. I found a few different ones that I like, but no matter what, the first thing we have to do is get the base color down. So, as I said, I want to kind of make them look like an amethyst. So I'm going with this, which is a mixture of a regular acrylic purple and a touch of my color change. Just for, added sparkle and tone change, because no gemstone stays exactly the same color all the time. But we're going to be just going through and doing a base coat of this color, and we're going to be coming in with highlights and lowlights in different tones of black, white, and other shades of purple to slowly kind of create that effect to make this actually look like stones. I think it's going to be really a neat thing when it is done. And it'll be nice not to have these glaringly white stones here. Now I am using a smaller brush than I would normally do for something this large. And that's just simply there are a lot of little cracks and crevices. I'm also testing out a new brush set that I got just because sometimes you just need to splurge and try something a little bit new. There we go. And this is actually a very thin edged brush, if you can see. So it's kind of handy for getting into these spots like this down here where it's really, really just a tight line. So this does make it kind of fun. I am actually very, very much liking this brush, and for what I paid for them, I definitely have no complaints. So I'm not going to be going crazy long today, just simply I have a ton of stuff around my house to get done. I'm back to work for the next couple of days, and then, as I said before, I don't know if I'll post on Monday. It is my birthday. I don't know what's on the agenda for it, so I'm not going to promise a video. So it may be next week before, it may be like Wednesday before I can get back on. But I'll try and throw, if nothing else, at least a little short up somewhere in there. Just so we don't completely lose touch. I do try to keep at least some kind of, hey, I'm still here type of thing going, even when things are getting a little bit rough. So, gotta love a good purple. I'm definitely a fan of the color, and as I've said, it is my birthstone, so hopefully we're going to make this look really nice and strong, because it is an absolutely gorgeous stone, and I think I would probably be pretty partial to it even if it wasn't my birthstone. Blue is definitely my favorite color, but purple comes in at a very strong second. So. I'm very grateful for this nice thin brush right now. So I'm actually getting into these lines really, really nicely. Let's see. It's kind of handy when I can actually have my camera down where I can really look and see from you guys' point of view, because then I can see those little spots that I might have missed, like that one that I just hit. Because my line of sight isn't always quite the same. I do tend to have to be a little bit off to the side. For the most part, I do prefer to stay out of the line of the camera. So it does make it a little bit harder to see what you guys are seeing sometimes. I am super excited that my little remaining conure Sonny is really starting to show his personality a bit more. He is a bit more clingy than he used to be, but that's kind of understandable. But he's also starting to do things like requesting specific things on the TV if I ask him what he wants to watch, which he never had done before. Lulu, the one we lost, she was very much opinionated. She demanded Stitch all the time. Sonny actually asked for Nemo. And this is where a lot of people don't realize these little birds, they are, I've said it before and I'll say it again, they're on an intelligence level of an approximately 3 to 4 year old. They have their own unique personalities, and as we're starting to really see, they have their own tastes. They like different things, and if you really give them a chance and listen to them, they actually seem to really enjoy telling you what it is that they want. And if you take the time to teach them and give them the words to express themselves, you'll find they are just the most amazing little beings. And it's actually funny, before we got Lulu, I was actually afraid of birds. I dated someone who had a bird that was very aggressive, and that's where my mind was, that I thought that was just what owning a parrot was going to be like, is they just want to bite you. They don't want to actually interact. And I've learned that that is absolutely not correct. They have such incredible little minds. And if you put in the time and effort, you can have this amazing little companion. I think a lot of animals get kind of looked at as less than what they really truly are. And I think that is kind of sad, because I work with animals on a pretty daily basis. Not even just my own, but just a lot of different animals in general. And everything down to fish. I have learned that even some types of fish, can really have their own personalities. maybe not on a scale of something like what the birds can do and things like that. They just don't have the brain power for that, but they do seem to have a certain amount of individuality that you don't see. So I think this is actually going to end up being a really good base color for these stones. I think if we go in with either dark purple or even like a purple-black mix and kind of outline, and then go in with differing shades of lighter purples and maybe some white or cream to create, you know, those little light bursts that you see in a really well-cut stone. We might be able to actually really pull this off. Right now, they just kind of look like a whole lot of purple, but trust the process, and we will make it look more and more like what we're wanting it to look like. And as we're working in here, I am noticing some spots where I'm going to have to go back through and kind of touch up with the dragon's coloring. But that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to touch things up. I've learned over the years, if you expect perfection all the time, you're going to spend an awful lot of time just disappointed. Because almost nothing is ever going to go quite exactly perfectly to plan. But if you can achieve pretty good or better than expected on a regular basis, that's when it gets going nice. I'm not saying set the bar like way below what you know you can accomplish, but maybe set it at what you think you can accomplish, and then sometimes you'll find you exceed that, which makes you feel really good, and other times you may just meet that bar, but you feel so much better than when you set the bar way above what you know you can do. When you miss it, you end up disappointed and feeling like you failed, when in reality, you did the best you could. You can't expect perfection out of anybody, especially yourself. There we go. So I am probably just going to go ahead and focus on this little chunk for today. Just simply, as I said before, I don't have a lot of spare time today. I've got a lot of things I need to get done. And I'm going to be working the next couple of days, so I probably should have done a little bit more over the last couple of days, but you need to listen to your body. And sometimes your body says you need to rest, and that's basically what mine said to me in no uncertain terms for the past couple of days, which it's been probably a few months since I just absolutely decided to just take it easy for a day or two and do just almost nothing. I can hear little Sunny just mad as can be that I am not in the room. One of these days, when I have the time and my house is nice and clean, I will walk you guys through how I can hear him in the living room so easily here. Our living room and kitchen are very open concept. And I am right on the other side of the kitchen. So, even though I'm through a wall and a door, I can actually hear quite a bit that's going on outside of the room. He is just in there chattering. So I am going to go ahead and stop here for today. But this lets you kind of get an idea. I have all of this still to do, and I have another patch like this on the other side. I am going to probably knock those out so that the next time we come in, I can just get started on the next layer of color. But this at least gives us a good idea of what it's going to look like as a base, which I honestly love it. I think it's exactly what I was hoping for. So we're going to stop here, and hopefully I'll be able to do at least some little quick thing before Wednesday of next week. But for now, I will talk to you guys later.